Wow.
We on, y'all.
We're live.
We live, baby. We live. Remember that?
No.
What's going on, everybody?
Don't explain it.
Y'all remember that, right? You know what I'm talking about? Those two guys are on Instagram.
I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
I don't remember.
But yeah, no, like the one dude, he was just dancing in a parking lot. And like his friend was recording it, and he was like, "We live, baby, we live." You don't remember that?
No.
I don't.
I'm not an Instagram girl. I'm sorry. I can't. Every time I go on it, I like start shaking. I'm like, I have to leave.
I have to leave.
I can't be here anymore.
I have to go home.
How's it going?
It's going good out there. How we doing? I'm reporting to you live from downtown. No, I'm just messing around. Oh no, I'm good. How you been? I was asking about your day.
My day's been crazy. We got like 10 feet of snow, some technical difficulties, and now we're delayed, and we're talking about all this stuff. It's like a throwback Thursday kind of thing at this point.
Yeah, honestly, like this would have been out like a lot sooner, but like this weather said no.
Yeah, it's been a little crazy.
Been
But
inside for 3 days.
we in 3 days.
I had nothing to eat.
Yeah, but basically all that we need to talk about is
the reign of Kendrick Lamar.
This is the Kendrick Lamar episode, so welcome.
Yeah, honestly, like it may as well be, because like he has ruled both topics of what we're going to be discussing with you today.
Honestly, we're just going to mesh them together because it's just all the same topic in the end, with a little surprise twist in between that you'll see later.
Yeah, so be sure to stick around for that. We got a review of the big Grammy Awards that happened at the beginning of this month, going into the Super Bowl halftime show starring none other than Kendrick Lamar. He racked up at the Grammys. He sweeped his categories that he was in. And obviously, he was the headliner for the Super Bowl halftime show. So
he ate, and he left no crumbs.
No crumbs.
And I do not say that lightly.
No, honestly. He came through.
He did. The millions of people that watched the Super Bowl were all speechless in one way.
I can't say it was the most viewed Super Bowl halftime show that was made official.
Ever?
Yeah.
It should be, honestly. It was great. There's been nothing like that before, but we'll get to it.
He's the first headlining rap artist to do it. Like they had they had him before with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, but they all co-headlined together. Like this is the first like headlining rap artist. So that's history in itself.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
We're going to be getting into more about Kendrick, but let's get into the Grammys overall. There was definitely more that happened than just Kendrick sweeping.
Yeah, we just got to go chronologically at this point. We're just going to start talking about Kendrick and never stop.
Yeah, we're going to give you a list.
Yeah, basically, a few months ago, we took the Grammy nomination list and we made our own guesses of who we wanted to win, who we thought should win, and tried to predict the winners and stuff like that. Now that we have the winners and we watched the Grammys, we're coming back at you and we're just going to kind of review our thoughts about who won and who we think should have won still, or if we agree, whatever. There could be some tea, there could be some beef, who knows?
You got to watch.
There could be some brooms because somebody swept.
Let's go ahead and dive on into these Grammys. Going down the list of the Grammy wins.
First, we started with Record of the Year. So, Record of the Year, we had Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone. We had Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan. Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. 360, Charlie XCX. Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. Texas Hold'em, Beyonce. Now and Then, The Beatles. And Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar. So, that was a pretty good category, I will say. I would say almost all of those songs would deserve to win.
Yeah, because Record of the Year is pretty much just saying, like what was like the biggest hit, like what just ruled the airwaves, what like took over Spotify and everything, what just ruled the year. So like all those songs, you can make it almost pretty much all those songs.
Most streamed, most viral.
You can make a good argument for each and every one.
Back when our first episode about the Grammys, I said that I wanted either Billie or Sabrina Carpenter to win this, but I predicted that Kendrick would take this for Record of the Year because Not Like Us completely took over everything. You wanted Kendrick, But you also predicted that Sabrina might take it for Espresso.
Yeah, I just thought, like I was just saying, you can make an argument for all these songs were just so big last year. But I think the biggest definitely was Espresso. Like that song was everywhere. It's
Mm-hmm.
still everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they turned it into a sketch on Saturday Night
Oh,
Live a couple months ago, and they did it again
yeah,
for their 50th
with
anniversary.
Dolly.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
it was huge. Like you don't do that like with just any song. Like, and it's a great song, so I would have been happy with it winning.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, no, I was 100%. I really wanted Kendrick, and a part of the reason why I didn't really go with him is because you don't typically see like rap artists win in these big categories.
Mm,
Like he usually rules in the rap categories and the big genre categories when you got to go up against like pop and rock and country. Like you
right.
don't typically see the rap artists walk home with these awards. So I was pleasantly surprised to see him take home this award.
Yeah, I feel like in 2024 rap took over for like most popular genre because of like all of the beef that happened between Drake and Kendrick and Future and Metro putting out their album and Tyler the Creator putting out his album last year and then Kendrick putting out another album. I feel like all these rap artists have been putting out more and more music lately and it's just been getting more and more popular and I feel like where rock and like pop used to be the most popular genres, it's kind of turning more over into like pop and rap.
Yeah,
So it's just kind of like a shift in what everybody's listening to now, which is really cool because, like you said, we usually don't see rappers take this Record of the Year award.
no, I think yeah, it's just become too undeniable at this point.
Yeah.
To particularly with Kendrick, but like just rap in general, I think it's just too undeniable to make an argument for like someone else winning as opposed to a rap song like not like us, which just is just too deserving. Yeah, like I said, definitely pleasantly surprised with Kendrick winning this.
He was like so chill when he got up to win his first award, too. He just walked up and he was like, "What's up?"
No, he took his time going up there too.
He
Like
did.
he was
No,
just
he was
walking.
like thanking everybody and
Yeah,
shaking their hand and stuff. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then Mustard showed
yeah.
up.
Mustard just hopped on the stage. I love their friendship.
Yeah, they seem so fun. Because Kendrick's like, he's like the chill, cool, quiet kid. And then Mustard's like,
Yeah,
like the
Mustard was the
loud,
one
like
like
funny kid.
yeah, Mustard was the one going crazy. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, like it was cool to see. Just through it all with all the awards because like he's won so much even before these Grammy awards. So
Yeah.
like to sweep again and just remain humble like that, that's really cool to see. But moving on,
All right. Number two, we did Album of the Year.
this is the big category of the night.
Oh
Like
yeah, this was
this.
the big one. We kind of did the most of the big ones first, but that's fine. The nominees were Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Billie Eilish, Jacob Collier, Charlie XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, Andre 3000, and Beyonce. So you wanted and predicted Billie to win, which I also wanted Billie to win, and I'm a little sad that she didn't win anything.
Yeah, no, she walked away empty-handed, which
Yeah,
was a little disappointing. But I at the same time I'm not too surprised
yeah.
because she's swept in the past, and there was just this album was definitely this was a great album. Don't get me wrong,
Oh
and it
yeah,
was definitely a big album. But I feel like there were maybe it's just some other bigger albums here that they thought they could award this time because they've given her so much. So they were just like, maybe we can spread the level out a little bit more this time.
yeah. And she's so young.
Yeah, no,
She's
she's
so young. Didn't I think we were talking about this like a week ago and I was like, "Wait, tell me she's like 23. I'm going to lose my mind if she's like younger than 23." I think she's like 23 years old, which is so young. Oh my
to be
gosh.
winning like this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like what was I doing when I was 23? I was making bad choices. So I also kind of wanted Sabrina or Chapel to take this because I thought it'd be kind of exciting to see either of them also take it because they're kind of also up and coming.
I feel like they were just a little too new
Yeah.
for something this big.
Yeah.
I
They need
mean,
more
yeah,
albums out. I kind of predicted that Billy or Taylor would take this because I felt like Taylor's album, I'm not a Swiftie, but I will say the Tortured Poet, the holy crap,
the
the
Tortured
Tortured
Poets Department.
the Tortured Poets Department. I feel like that was such a crazy album. And just the fact alone that her tours were constantly like sold out. It was like the longest running tour in however long. And it was so successful. And it was just like the videos I saw from it were crazy.
Yeah.
And there were so many dates and it went on for so long. I just thought for that alone she would win Album of the Year and she didn't.
Well, see that the thing for me, I kind of view it the same as with Billie Eilish. Like she's swept so many times,
Yeah.
and she's won in this category 3 times. they were even saying early in the night, if she wins for this album,
Oh
like it would have
yeah,
been for like 4, which is just unheard of.
right. That
But
would
like
be like crazy.
it would have been crazy. But I think for that reason, they were just like, okay, we don't need to give this to her again.
Yeah.
And I did like the album, but I do think there are better albums here. I wasn't too surprised to see her not walk away with it, but at the same time, I would have been surprised if she did. And I'm not really surprised that it did end up going to Beyonce.
Yeah, especially what you told me what happened before.
Yeah, she didn't know last year. Jay Z he accepted like this. I can't remember what the award was exactly, but like it was like this sort of lifetime achievement award. And if you see that, you would know he kind of got up there and he pretty much dissed the Grammys for not awarding Beyonce for album of the year after she's been nominated so many times. I'm not saying like this is the reason why she won album of the year. I do think she's missed so many times that like it was kind of an undeniable thing again. Like this
Yeah.
is Beyonce we're talking about. Like give her the award already. So I kind of feel like those two combined was the reason why she won the award. And I didn't love Cowboy Carter. I do feel like she herself has had better albums that have been nominated in the past that could have won. And I think there are
Yeah.
better albums again in this category that I would have preferred to going to, but I'm
Yeah.
not surprised that Beyonce walked away here.
I will say she genuinely looked surprised.
She
And
did.
and her daughter blew no, she did that like what? Like
Yeah,
she
you remember
stopped. She
that
was like,
that
"Hello?"
meme was going around like
That yeah,
crazy.
that was funny. That's gonna be a gift forever. Her daughter had the strangest look on her face. Like she was like looking around and she seemed really shifty. And I was like, what's happening right now? Was this not planned? Like what's going on? It just seemed very off.
It don't matter. She won.
She won. It's fine.
Moving on.
All right, so the next one we did was Song of the Year, another big one. The nominees were Texas Hold'em, Please, 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 Good Luck Babe, Fortnite, Die with a Smile, Birds of a Feather, A Bar Song, and Not Like Us. And you wanted and predicted that Die with a Smile would win, but you also wanted Kendrick to take this. And I wanted Die with a Smile to win, but I kind of predicted that either Birds of a Feather would win or Fortnite would win. I think I kind of wanted Fortnite to win just for Post Malone's sake. Because can we just talk about Post Malone for a minute?
He
Like that's
didn't.
our boy.
Yeah, he. We're this is low key the Post Malone podcast. He didn't win nothing.
He is currently the artist that has had the most Grammy nominations but has never won a Grammy. But he is so deserving of a Grammy. He didn't get anything for Austin. That's crazy to me. That
Yeah,
was
he
one of
got
his
shut
best
out because of
albums.
Austin.
Oh my gosh.
I thought going country would have helped his chances, and I thought
Yeah.
maybe at least like one of those. We'll get into the country categories in a minute, but like I thought at least one of those we could have walked away with, but it just
I was so sad for him. I didn't even see him there.
I don't think he was there.
No.
There's sort of like a love hate kind of relationship with the Grammys and Post. Like they nominate him, but like I don't know, it just doesn't seem to go his way ever,
Yeah.
which is a little sad. But I'm sure he'll get there eventually.
Yeah. But anyway, I just not that I knew the Grammy would more so go to Taylor Swift if Fortnite won, but I Post Malone's name would be tied into it a little bit. But I
I mean,
really
he's a
hope he wins.
songwriter, so like he definitely would
Yeah.
have gotten up there. It would have been up there with her
Yeah.
solely to the songwriters.
Mhm.
So like he's
Yeah,
a
you're right.
songwriter on the song, so he would have won. Jack Antonoff would have won if they got this award, and he
Yeah.
don't sing on the track at all.
You're right. You're right.
But
I'm just being salty.
no, I get you. As for the category though, I went with Die with a Smile because I mean, for one, that's a great song.
Yeah.
You got two legends at this point coming
Gosh.
together for a song. Like it just seemed like too undeniable of a choice
Oh,
for them to have won.
yeah. It was so good. They need to make more music together because they do so well together. Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
But Kendrick took this. Are we surprised?
it's the same how I felt with Record of the Year. It's just like you don't see rappers win this award. So like again, I was just pleasantly surprised,
Mhm.
and I wanted it, but like I just was kind of rooting against it because you just don't see it. But like I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the sweep continuing there.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. You never see a diss track go that crazy. At least not recently, in the past like 5 years or so.
No, this beef has been the biggest rap beef in a long time, and it's like it's the first time in a long time that it's spun like a hit out of a rap diss track.
Mhm.
You don't see that these days, but like that's actually really cool to see. So yeah, big
Yeah.
ups to Kendrick for that. Moving on
All
there,
right. Number 4, we had Best New Artist, and the nominees were Teddy Swims, Chappell Roan, Shabuzi, Ray, Krugabin, Doechii, Sabrina Carpenter, and Benson Boone. I wanted either Doechii or Chapel to win this, but I kind of predicted that Sabrina would because Sabrina's been around for quite a long time as a Disney kid, and she started when she was young, and she's put out a few albums in the past, and you know,
You see, that's my issue with her being nominated. Not that I think she was not deserving. It's just like she's been doing this for over a decade now. It's
yeah,
just she just kind of broke out with this album. Like this is more she's more of a breakout artist than a best new artist.
you could say she just popped up.
Peekaboo.
You wanted Doechii to win, and you predicted that Chapel Roan would take this, and you had an off chance that Ray would take it, which it would have been cool if Ray won, because Ray has also been around and has done quite a few things.
Ray is that kind of like outside chance kind of artist that like, Grammys like to throw their way sometimes. So like I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been surprised if she won. But Chapel Roan is just kind of like the general like representation of like a new
Yeah.
artist and like typically what you've seen like from new artist wins in the past. So like her win totally makes sense to me. And I'm not surprised, and I think it's a very deserving win as well. I think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
her album was great. I think she's kind of solidified herself as like having staying power. I don't think like this is just a one off, or we're not going to hear from her again.
Oh, yeah. She'll be around for sure.
Yeah,
And
no,
like her vibe and her outfit and her performance was all just like, it was just kind of out there and it was different and it was unique and it was cool. And her performance was so cool. I was obsessed with her performance. Like when she did Pink Pony Club
hmm
and that giant pony that was on stage. And I loved the dancers' outfits. It had that like fun cowboy circus vibe to it that was really cool. And the dances were cool. And like I was just obsessed with it.
yeah,
It
no,
was really cool.
that was a really great performance. That was one of the better performances of the night, I thought.
I kind of thought so too.
So
Also
the
her speech. Her speech was crazy
yeah, no, she really did call out
about some record
labels
labels.
for just like yeah, like
That
not
was brave.
taking care of your artists, and like it definitely was a brave thing to do
Oh, 100%.
considering the fact that yeah you're new and you're still kind of relying on your label to kind of carry you. I mean you're always relying on your label to carry you when you're signed.
Yeah, but especially when you're new.
Yeah,
And I can't imagine how it feels to finally get signed and once that contract's over, you're just left with nothing. Like you don't have health insurance, you don't have your rent payment, you don't have your car payment. Like you're just kind of stuck and now you have to like figure out what to do next and now you're struggling.
that's the thing. Like people, they see these people on TV, they see them they hear them on the radio, they watch these movies, they think like these celebrities just have it made because of all this stuff. Like no, like this stuff works the same way as like you would like your regular job. Like if this label drops you, then like you got nothing going on.
Yeah.
Like you're carrying yourself, and that can end up having you being homeless and living in your car,
Mhm.
like just wondering where you got no health insurance. Like it's the same thing. So like it kind of kills me when people are just like, oh, he's a celebrity, he's got money, he's fine. Oh yeah, she's fine, she's got money. Like no, like
It's hard when you're new.
it's hard.
Yeah, it's a struggle. I fully support her going out there and being like, "Hey, we need to fix that 'cause that's a problem."
It's an equal share. Like
Yeah.
you honestly don't have a label if you don't have big artists like this anyway. So like we're
Oh yeah.
helping each other out here. Like help me.
Yeah. The entertainment industry is so cool to like observe and be a part of in any capacity. But then at the same time, it's like if you don't have something booked, you're not getting paid. Like
Yeah.
like you can't just like sit in the theater and get paid. Like something has to be going on.
There are very few artists these days who just have the money to just sit around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like you got to stay up. You got to keep
Yeah.
going. That's why you see artists drop music so much these days because like you just got to keep it going. You got
Mhm.
to keep releasing it because like you only get so much out of this. So like yeah, you got to just stay up.
Yeah. And sometimes you end up putting out two deluxes for one album.
Hmm?
Who knows?
But yeah, congrats to Chaperone.
Congrats.
Definitely earned. Definitely on to big things. Moving on there, we jumped a little bit, right?
Yeah, we hopped around a little bit after that. So for number 5, we talked about Best Pop Solo Performance. The nominees were Sabrina Carpenter, Chapel Roan, Billie Eilish, Charlie XCX, and Beyonce. That's a pretty solid category,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's a
this
pretty
was
solid
stacked.
nominee list. Predicted Espresso would win. I predicted that Espresso would win as well, or
Yeah,
Beyonce would take it. But
yeah,
Espresso
special one.
won. That was so fun.
Yeah, no, it's a good song, good vocal performance.
This is the perfect example of a pop song.
It is. Like you think of like pop music and like a song like this just comes to mind.
Oh
So
yeah, and she's milking the song. Like
100%.
I love the ad libs she does. She has a Dunkin' drink out now, and the
Yeah,
commercials for it are actually like genuinely a little funny.
it's just that big of a hit.
Yeah,
So like,
It,
yeah, 100% deserved. I don't even got
yeah,
much else to say here.
her performance was really cool too. I had to watch it after the fact, so I wasn't able to like I don't know, I feel like it's so different when you watch it live and have that live reaction and like moment with the performance, but I loved the beginning. She was really silly and it was like old-timey, and then she turned it into her actual like how she performs it live normally. Like I just thought it was a fun twist and I thought it made her performance stand out a little more.
Hers might have been my favorite of the night because of that. Because like, yeah, it was fun having like that big band, Vegas type
Yeah.
vibe in the beginning,
Yeah, that's what it's called.
and then like, yeah, it switched over into please, 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 and it kind of had like that. You know how like in Greece, how she's singing like hopelessly devoted to you, and like it's kind of like she's outside on her porch and everything. Kind of
Mhm.
had that same kind of vibe there too, which was funny,
Yeah, it
which was
was
cool.
cool.
It was a great performance.
Yeah, she's a great performer. Like her outfit too was amazing.
Oh
She
yeah,
has the her outfits for her tour were like crazy, and her reveals were so funny. Like she has the towels that are all like glammed out and all bedazzled. I was like, what? Crazy. But anyway, congrats to Sabrina for winning that. That's very exciting. Number 6, we did Best Pop Duo Performance. And the nominees, I'm just going to say the song titles were Die with a Smile, The Boy Is Mine, Yes, Levi's Jeans, and Us. And we both wanted and predicted that Die with a Smile would win, and they won.
it
And that's
was.
so cool.
Yeah,
And they performed it live, and it was so cool. Did they do that one live? Yes, they did. Right?
no,
No.
they
Oh no.
performed together, but they
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that song.
They did a different song. They did
Stand by.
they did it as a tribute to LA
Yeah, like if you watched the show,
fires and
then you would
stuff.
know like this overall. This was like a big tribute to LA after dealing
Yeah.
with the wildfires and everything going on out there. So like this show was definitely a dedication to that.
Yeah.
A lot of
It was delayed
performances.
because of it.
Yeah,
Because of everything going on. I mean, people lost their homes and lives and stuff. So sad.
it was a beautiful performance. They said again, they
Yeah.
just worked so well together that you kind of want more.
Yeah. They better put out more music together.
But
Oh, Lady Gaga to stop doing weird movies.
but she's putting out an album.
No, yeah, she's doing the album. I'm talking about the Joker too.
Uh,
Tell her to stop it. Talk to Bruno.
See, Bruno ain't making no movies. He's like, I'm doing music. Well, he need to drop some new music himself.
Yeah.
Doing all these singles. I'm like, bro, you need to drop an album. But yeah, no, I think it was just too undeniable not to give it to Die with a Smile.
Yeah. I think I also kind of rooted for like Beyonce winning only for Post Malone's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mm, after I saw she won Album of the Year, I was like, okay, she's probably done for the night because that's a big one to win.
Yeah. But moving on from there,
Number 7, we did Best Pop Vocal Album, and the nominees for that were the artists. The artist nominees were Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Ariana, and Billie Eilish. And so you wanted either Chappell or Billie to win, and you predicted Billie would win for what song she do? Hit Me Hard and Soft
that's yeah.
for her album Hit Me Hard and Soft. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I I wanted either Billie or Sabrina to win this because I was very torn between the two of them when they were in the same nomination category because I love them both so much. And I don't know. I would have been happy with either, but it's kind of it's a little surprising to me that Billie won nothing.
I felt like this would have been like the perfect place to give Billy something if she was gonna
Yeah.
win anything, because like she's typically, I mean like she has great singles. Don't get me wrong, but like she typically where she shines, I think the best is as an album as a whole,
Mhm.
and I think this album as a whole is arguably the strongest one in this category. I'm fine with Sabrina. With winning this. I like Sabrina. I'm a fan. But
Mhm.
I feel like she stands out stronger with the singles as opposed to like the album as a whole. I don't think this was the strongest album here.
Only simply because it was a shorter album.
Yep.
I mean that was the whole vibe. It's short and sweet.
I don't even mind it being short. I just think like the content as a whole could have been a bit stronger. And I think yeah, I think they're just stronger albums here.
Yeah.
But like I'm a fan, so I'm okay.
I will say I haven't listened to the deluxe version yet, but I'm so excited to.
I hear some of the songs on there are actually better than like the standard version. A lot of people are saying.
Ooh,
So I haven't listened to it either, but I want to listen.
that's crazy.
Moving on.
Number 8, we did best R&B performance.
No, we jumped.
Yeah, we jumped, so I'm trying to scroll because I just want to see the list because I want to see pictures.
Let me see your picture.
Plus, I need the nominees. I didn't write down the nominees.
Stand by.
Oh, and best metal performance. Okay, can I say really quick? So I used to be a little bit more of a metalhead, like when I was younger, and I don't listen to metal as much anymore. But I'm scrolling past this category, and I saw the Gojira one, and I was like, "Ooh, I haven't listened to any of their stuff in so long." So I listened to this song, and it was so good. Like my jaw dropped to the floor. Like this, like I added this to my circulation of music right now because I was like, the song is crazy. So anyway, that was really cool. And also, I forgot Metallica was nominated for
We didn't really
in this
touch on
too.
the rock categories.
No, I used to be a really big Metallica fan back in the day, but then I kind of just like I just started shifting into other categories of music, and I don't know.
Shout out to everybody in the rock categories that won. Rock's not particularly one of my favorite categories of genres of music. There's a lot of good stuff out there, a lot of good nominees here at what I'm looking at. So congratulations to the winners there.
Okay, so best R&B performance. The nominees were SZA, Coco Jones, Chris Brown, Janae Aiko, and Mooney Long. We both wanted SZA to win this for Saturn
Hmm.
because Saturn's just a crazy song and it's so good. Actually, Mooney Long won this, and I wasn't mad about it.
No, I'm not mad, and I'm not surprised either because "Made for Me" was just a big song.
It was so good.
It's a great song, and I think it's definitely the biggest song here. I think it was just too undeniable again.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, SZA, she's won in the past, and we'll actually get into it in a second with her. I think they were just like, let's give this one to Mooney Long.
Yeah, no, well deserved.
Stand by.
Best R&B song. So we had Saturn, Ruin for Me, Here We Go, Burning, and After Hours, and we both wanted SZA, and she won.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we're like, okay, we can give this one to SZA.
Yeah.
Definitely deserving.
Saturn was too good of a song to not win something. Like, I was obsessed with Saturn. I was listening to it for like a month straight. I couldn't stop. It's so good. Okay, so the next
Moving
one
on.
we did was Best Progressive R&B Album, where there was a little bit of a twist here.
Yeah, they don't typically go here.
Yeah.
Go off.
So it was mainly you, but we both kind of wanted Childish Gambino to win. You were really vouching for him and giving really good points. But actually, there was a tie to this one,
Yeah.
which doesn't really ever happen. It went to Avery Sunshine and No Worries. No Worries.
It's a collab project between Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. I'm not well, no, I'm definitely surprised at the tie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just really unheard of when it comes to the awards in general, but like the Grammys especially. I was rooting for Childish Gambino. Like this is the last project under that name for Donald Glover, so it kind of would have been nice for him to win. I thought it was a good project. But I'm an Anderson .Paak fan. I did end up listening to that album, and it was a pretty good album. So like I'm not mad at that win. I don't really listen to Every Sunshine, so I can't touch on that project too much.
Yeah, I can't say anything. Unfortunately, I should have listened to it at least a couple songs because I had all this time. But
it's all good.
Maybe.
But congratulations to both. I'm sure they're on both albums. Why Lord was a good album, and I'm sure Avery Sunshine's album was really good as well. So congratulations to them both.
Next, we talked about best R&B album real quick, but like, do we want to? Is it worth? I don't think so.
I mean, I'll just say I'm surprised it didn't go to Usher.
Because you thought Usher would take it.
Yeah, he was having a victory lap last year. He did the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
He was winning a bunch of Lifetime Achievement Awards at different shows. It was his only nomination, so it just seemed like the perfect place to give him the award.
Mooney Long was also nominated.
I thought that would have been like the second option as well.
But you know who took it? Mr. 1111 here. Which I guess the album itself was pretty good, but the artist, he was not very good.
I mean, I'm a little surprised, given the reputation and everything that's currently been going on with him, that they ended up giving him this award.
They're just kind of like ignoring it. I don't know. Some things can't be ignored.
Congratulations. No, we can just move on.
All right. Thank you. Next. Best rap performance. So the nominees for this one were Glorilla, Future and Metro featuring Kendrick, Kendrick by himself, Eminem, Doechii, Common and Pete Rock, and Cardi B. This is no shade, I kind of forgot Cardi B was nominated for something. I kind of forgot she's putting out music still. That's not a dig. I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, Cardi B.
I mean, she just keeps throwing out singles. I think at this point, people are just like, drop the album or not. Like, we don't need these singles constantly. Like, just give us a whole project. She hasn't dropped the album since 2017.
Yeah, didn't she have a kid though?
She did have a kid.
Maybe that could be why. Maybe she's busy.
Yeah. I mean, it don't matter because it went to Kendrick.
Right. You predicted that either way would go to Kendrick, whether or not Like Us takes it or Like That. I wanted either Like That or Yeah Glow to take it, but I predicted that Like That would take it. I'm not mad that Kendrick won again, but I'm a little disappointed that Like That didn't get anything because Like That I feel like is equally as good as Not Like Us.
See, the thing is, for me, if Not Like Us didn't exist, then Like That would be like the big song taking all these rap categories.
That's true.
Because like it was like that was the one everybody was talking about until Not Like Us came out. Then like that song just took over, and I think
Yeah.
it stole some of the limelight from Like That.
It really did, but like no shade at all. The timeline when all these songs dropped was like perfect too because Like That came out in like late February, early March, and then Not Like Us dropped late April. So they timed it perfectly for everybody to get hyped up and for it to go viral each time. But then Not Like Us just completely took over. Enough for even like some lawsuits to
Get
show
thrown
up.
out there.
Throw them out there.
It happened.
But I mean, it's still cool. It's still really cool that Kendrick won because he swept. This is the most decorated rap song now. Not Like Us.
It is officially.
It is well
Again,
deserving.
yeah,
It's very cool.
it's a great song. I mean, I knew he was going to win either way. I just thought, if there was an opportunity for Not Like Us not to win, it would have been somewhere around here, like in this category.
Right.
But I'm not mad at all. Kendrick, Not Like Us, great song, great artist. I'm a fan. I'm happy with this. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. Moving on though.
All right. Next, we did Best Melodic Rap Performance. The nominees were 3 a.m., Big Mama, We Still Don't Trust You, Spaghetti, and Kalani. You predicted that Future, Metro, and The Weeknd would take this. I wanted We Still Don't Trust You to take this, but I predicted that either them or Beyonce would take it. And actually, Rap City won. And they took this with 3 a.m., which also well deserving.
Yeah, no, definitely well deserving. Rap City is a great rapper, and Erykah Badu is a legend, of course. That is that's surprising, but I think
it was surprising.
Yeah, no, it was surprising, but a pleasant surprise. I was, if you're gonna give Future, like this was a big project for Future and Metro. Like it kind of got swept under the rug because
This song
the
especially.
This was one of the few songs like I really liked from the second project.
This is a washing machine.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was like, I thought that was an earthquake or something. I got scared.
You make my earthquake.
But I just thought, it was, if you're gonna give them something anywhere, I thought maybe like it would have been here because like again, it just the limelight was stolen when the beef happened. Like everyone just started talking about Kendrick and Drake, and like even though this was the project that kind of started that whole thing off.
Yeah, We Still Don't Trust You. I feel like got the least amount of hype, and this was one of my favorite songs of last year. Future and Metro and The Weeknd, they were so good together.
Yeah.
I'm so sad the song didn't win anything. But also the fact that The Weeknd got nominated for something, I know that sparked some things like, oh, well, like he protested the Grammys before, so like he's probably not going to show up. But let alone The Weeknd not only got nominated and showed up, he
had a surprise performance.
He performed and also hosted the Grammys.
It was kind of crazy. I was wondering where that speech was going when they brought up The Weeknd. I was like, why are you bringing this up?
Yeah.
Like, if you got problems with him. But then he was like, I'm bringing it up because he's here tonight. Give it up for The Weeknd, y'all. Then he went into songs from the album.
He played his new songs. They were so good.
It was really good.
Oh my gosh. The costumes were crazy for the dancers, and their dances were so cool. They crawled up from like underneath the ground, and they were like zombies, and it was so cool. His album is so good.
Well, we'll begin into that soon, y'all. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We're cooking.
Congratulations to Rap City and Erykah Badu. Very great artists.
All right. Number 13, Best Rap Song. The nominees were Yeah Glow, Like That, Carnival, Not Like Us, and Asteroids. But can you guess who won?
This obviously
Avi
went to Kendrick for Not Like Us.
Come on, guys.
You know what we're doing at this point.
I mean, I remember you said you wanted anything but Carnival to win, so I was like, okay, no problem there, because I really don't think Carnival is gonna win.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but like, it's just
yeah.
Come on, guys.
I remember I predicted I wanted Like That to win, and it didn't, and I was a little sad. I also kind of wanted Glorilla to take this so we could have a moment for somebody else, and which that's fine. She'll have her time, but like this album from Glorilla was really good, so I'm kind of sad she didn't win anything for it.
I think Glorilla has staying power, so I think we're going to definitely be seeing more from her in the rap category. So, hopefully in the future, like she'll be able to get something on the board.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Moving
Number
on.
number 14. Yeah. Are you got anything else?
Nope. I mean, there's nothing left to say. It's
Okay.
Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick won again. Boom. He got the broom. He was sweeping. Anyway, I'm kind of excited to talk about 14. Because number 14 is Best Rap Album,
Yeah.
which was a little bit of a twist for me anyway, and I was very excited for it. But the artists nominated for Best Rap Album were Future and Metro Boomin, Eminem, Doechii, Common and Pete Rock, and J. Cole. I remember we were both kind of surprised, like, what's J. Cole doing in there?
That album.
But, like,
I
it's
mean,
just because of the album,
well, you list
right?
like the winners, who we thought we were going to win and everything first before I get into this.
Okay, but I wrote down, because I re listened to it, and you said you wanted anybody but J. Cole to win.
See, that's why I wanted you to say it first.
Okay, okay.
It's just like that album is not. It's not good. I'm sorry. I'm like back and forth with J. Cole, and like I just didn't like this project. And the best thing about it was the diss that got taken off after he dropped out of the beef, which wasn't his beef to begin with.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you mean. Like there are some songs I'll listen to and I really like from J. Cole, but then there are other songs where I can't get into them. I don't know if it's the flow or what, but I can't.
He's a great rapper. I
Yeah,
would say, he's definitely
he's
got. I
very
think
talented.
he's a very talented guy. It's just like a lot of his albums, I get into them, and it's just like most of the time, it's not working for me. There are a couple albums I really like from him, but then like most of them, it just don't quite work. There's sometimes it's the production, sometimes it's the rapping, sometimes it doesn't work. So I'm like back and forth when it comes to being like a big fan of him, and I
Yeah.
just really did not like this album.
I feel like
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. I feel like there's more to J. Cole. Like I feel like
He has a lot of great potential.
exactly, kind of like Post Malone, where he's just got to try a few different things out before we really feel like we're like, oh yeah, this is a J. Cole song. Like I don't
Yeah,
know. I wanted either Future or Metro to take this, and I predicted that Eminem would take this because he kind of had a big comeback with this album.
yeah, no,
That was crazy. I really wanted Future and Metro to win something because those two, the impact they had in 2024 alone was like undeniable. And I'm a little disappointed they didn't win anything at all, but it's fine. But actually, it is fine because I was not disappointed with the winner at all because our girl Doechii won.
yeah.
Her performance was so good too.
Yeah, no, she had a great performance. I guess I'm a little surprised that she won. I am and I'm not, because she's only the third woman
Mm-hmm.
to win Best Rap Album. Like it's really unheard of.
Yeah, it's
So
a big deal as well.
yeah, and like you said, I feel like this would have been a good place to recognize Future and Metro for like the great year they had, the great project that they had with this album, We Don't Trust You. But I guess they went a different direction, and it's not a direction I'm
Yeah.
mad with.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to not overlook other artists versus the music that came up from the beef from last year between Kendrick and Drake.
Yeah,
Because there were a lot of other artists that put out great music last year as well, and I don't want to sound like I'm overshadowing anybody, but I will say I personally think Doechii really deserved to win something this year. Her album was really good because I feel like it's got that little twist of Doechii in there. It's a unique catchy twist that you don't really find in other artists, especially when they're still this not new, but not as well known quite yet. Like I feel like she popped up kind of quickly.
I get what you mean.
You listen to Alligator Bites Never Heal and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's Doechii." Like I understand like her vibe is just it's so unique and it's so clearly like, "Oh, okay, yeah, like this is what I'm getting into." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
Um
understand.
and she had a great year last year as well. Her album came out, she was featured on Tyler the Creator's song Balloon. I'm just thinking about Tyler the Creator. Uh
I think he's gonna have a big year next year. But
oh yeah.
but yeah, no, congratulations to Doechii. Definitely deserving.
So cool to be the third woman to win this category.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Her speech was so emotional.
No, she had another great speech.
I always love to hear the speeches.
All right, we jumped a little bit more from here, right?
Yeah, we hopped a little bit after number 14. We went to number 15, which is Best Musical Theater Album. We were both kind of thinking The Wiz might take it because it's more popular and because you Shane you love The Wiz so much, and we both predicted The Outsiders would win this.
Went to Hell's Kitchen, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys is another big artist at the Grammys, so it's actually not too surprising to see like her Broadway musical, but just a list of her hits, pretty much. Yeah, go on to win the award. I mainly predicted The Outsiders because it won the Tony last year,
Right.
and
And that's
typically
the thing.
who wins the Tony ends up winning this award for the Grammy. So the Outsiders, they even beat Hell's Kitchen for the Tony last year. So again, it was a little surprising, but
Hmm.
I'm not mad because I'm a fan of Alicia Keys. I think it's I haven't seen the show, but cast recording is really great. Albums are cast recordings,
Yeah.
but it's really great. So like, congratulations to Alicia Keys. Congratulations to everybody there. And
Congrats.
another cool thing about this category, I'll just say, is that a lot of like along with the producers and everybody for the songwriters for these albums or these cast recordings, is that a lot of like the principal vocalists also win this award. So a lot of the main actors who are in the show on Broadway right now ended up winning this Grammy as well. So it's really cool for like a lot of people who don't get known because they don't do much outside of Broadway. Kind of
Hmm.
have them win this award, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Moving on from there,
All right. So we're getting into the country. So the 16th nomination category that we talked about was Best Country Solo Performance. So for that, we had Chris Stapleton, Shabuzi, Casey Musgraves, Jelly Roll, and Beyonce in there. Quite a good mix. And you wanted Casey to win because that's your girl.
that's my girl. I love Casey Musgrave so much.
I predicted that she might take it, or it could either go to Shabuzi or Chris Stapleton. And Chris Stapleton ended up winning, which
That's not a surprise.
no, it wasn't at all. I kind of thought Shabuzi may have been able to take it, but close second, I guess.
I mean, it's the top. I think it's up there at this point, like the top, like leading, like on number one song. Like it just stayed at number one for
Oh
so
yeah,
many weeks.
yeah,
So like it just seemed kind of like like it's a big song. Like, are you gonna give him something? But
yeah.
like, I guess
It's a
he's.
big song, but it's also like you get halfway through it and you're like,
But I'm not surprised. Uh, Chris Stapleton is
no,
just like he's a big country artist, and
oh,
he definitely shows out when it comes to the Grammys. So I'm not surprised they gave him something. He's very talented. I'm not mad.
no, no. All right, number 17, we did Best Country Duo Group. We had Beyonce and Miley Cyrus, Post Malone and Morgan Wallen, Dan and Shay, Brothers Osborne, Kelsey Ballerini, and Noah Kahan. We both wanted Post to win. You predicted that it could go to either Dan and Shay or Post and Morgan. I predicted that it would go to Post or Beyonce and Miley, and it ended up being Post. Or oh my gosh, it ended up
Not
being
post.
not Post Malone. Sad. It ended up going to Beyonce and Miley Cyrus, which Miley Cyrus is cool.
See, I didn't predict this because I wasn't really sure how the Grammys were gonna go with Beyonce in the country categories. Like, I wasn't sure if they were gonna shower her with love or just kind of shut her out completely, like some of these other like country awards have been doing with her album. But they went in the direction to award her, which is cool. I thought this would have been a perfect place to give it to I Had Some Help
Yeah,
because like it's a big song, it's a big collaboration.
it was like one of the biggest country songs of last year. Like, are
And
you kidding me? He didn't win for this. He didn't win anything, and I'm so sad.
yeah, we're the Post Below podcast, low key.
This is the
So
Post Malone pod.
we were kind of rooting for him, but
I Had Some Help deserve something because for Post Malone to break out of his shell and just bust out a country album and have the song hit the charts so quickly and not win anything is crazy.
it was a huge moment for him. Like
It was.
he really came back. Like Austin was more of like a personal project,
Mm-hmm.
so like it did well, but like not as well as like you would expect from like a big artist like him. So
Yeah.
I know some people were kind of talking like, oh, this might be
Yeah.
it for Post Malone. This wasn't as strong as like his past. It wasn't as sales wise as like his past
Yeah.
albums, but he really turned it around with this F1 Trillion.
Yeah. He really only got the hype from Austin because of Chemical.
This album like really had the hype.
It did. What the heck?
But moving on.
We're moving on. Best country songs.
Who are the
So
nominees?
we had The Architect, that's Casey Musgraves. Texas Hold'em, I Had Some Help Again. I Am Not Okay, and a bar song, Tipsy. And you wanted and predicted Casey would win this. I was thinking that Jelly Roll or Post would take this. I said Jelly Roll, I think only because he kind of had that underdog breakthrough moment last year at the Grammys.
Yeah,
It was kind of cool to see an underdog win and take some stuff. I thought maybe he would come back and do it again, but he's got other stuff going on too, which is fine. And he just did his big tour.
I think I was saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
The song came out in the time period for the nominees, but the album came out afterward. So I think you're going to be seeing more of him next year with his album and more singles from there. So I think I'm not surprised he didn't win. And I knew they weren't gonna just completely shut Casey Musgraves out. I knew she was gonna definitely take something.
I
And
was hoping because like every time she lost in category, the look on her face was just like kind of scary.
well, she said in the interview she wasn't being shady or anything.
Yeah, it was just kind of funny because I was like, "Ooh, she should have won that."
But yeah, no, I'm very happy. The Architect's a great song. She's a great songwriter, so like to win in the songwriting category makes sense to me. So congratulations to my girl.
Congrats. It's very well deserving. I'm still a little salty Post Malone didn't win for this category, but also I'm not mad at the winner at all.
Moving
All
on.
right. Number 19, Best Country Album. So we had Beyonce in here, we had Lainey Wilson, Chris Stapleton, Casey Musgraves again, and Post Malone again for F1 Trillion. And you wanted either Casey or Chris Stapleton to take this. I wanted Post Malone. I predicted Beyonce would steal this again.
I wasn't sure how the Grammys were gonna go with her in these country categories. Were they gonna show her the love, or were they gonna like just say, she got nominations, that's enough? But they decided to show her some love. So congratulations to her there.
Congrats.
Yeah.
It should have been Post Malone though.
I really would have liked Casey to win. Deeper Well was a really great album. It's one of my favorite albums of 2024.
Yeah. That's all we reviewed from the Grammys. I think overall it was still pretty cool to watch. I think The Weeknd was my favorite performance because that was so unexpected and so good.
I like that one. That was a really good one.
Yeah, Doechie's was really good. I really liked Ray's performance.
Ray's performance was good. I already said I really like Sabrina Carpenter. She was up there. I really liked Bruno and Lady Gaga's tribute to LA. I thought they sounded great together.
And also Shakira.
Oh, Shakira, yeah, she just kind of popped up toward the end there.
She just showed up. She was like, I'm still here.
And she won too. She won best Latin pop album.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, congratulations to Shakira.
She came back.
But yeah, no, I thought, overall there were a lot of great performances. None of the winners had me like too upset. Yeah, some obviously I wanted like some people to win over others, but like I wasn't really mad about anything.
I would have swapped out Beyonce for Post Malone when I could.
We know.
I guess it's just me.
No, I feel you. I'm disappointed he didn't win anything either. I do hope the time will come eventually for him. It just doesn't seem like the time. It just always seems like there's someone in the way. That's the thing.
Well, we got to get him out of the way.
What are we gonna do? He drops an album every year. Someone's always in the way. Great show. Congratulations to all the winners, all the nominees.
Congrats.
I do want to say just real quick before we move on.
Well,
we didn't touch on this category, but like they do a category for best music video.
Yeah.
And I can't find it right now, but I do know for a fact that Kendrick Lamar won for Not Like Us.
Oh yeah. So I forgot about that.
Just to complete the sweep there. Congratulations to Kendrick. Great music video. Wait.
Huh? Huh? Speaking of Kendrick.
Are we ready to move on to the...
I'm kind of hungry.
Okay.
I might need a snack. What do you got?
I don't got nothing. This
is my house.
You live here. Where are my snacks?
What's that? I got a snack over there. What we got?
Speaking of Mr. Post Malone, he may not have won any Grammys, but he did walk away with a special deal with a certain cookie company.
A cookie company. Yeah, I bought these. A month ago. I saved them in my pantry. I didn't touch them. I didn't eat them. We have a new surprise ASMR segment here.
Look, if you've seen the commercials, you would know Mr. Post Malone collaborated with Oreos to create his own Oreo brand of cookies.
He made his own Oreo. He was like, screw the Grammys. I'm going to make an Oreo. Let's bust these open.
Bust these bad boys open.
We're going to not only rate the Grammys in the Super Bowl performance, we're also going to be rating Post Malone's Oreos.
I'll try these cookies, y'all.
This is great. And also, what's cool is all the... Oh no, I broke it.
Girl.
All the actual cookie is like a different design on all of them. Mm-hmm. Like I got one that says Post. It kind of broke off the top already. But also, there's a vanilla and a chocolate cookie. And then there's a caramel and shortbread swirl, which is amazing.
I'm already eating mine.
I hope that's ASMR. I hope it's great ASMR.
Yeah, this is good. These are good cookies.
I needed this.
Yeah, I was getting hungry, low key anyway.
Post Malone may have not won a Grammy yet, but he won for best cookie.
Too bad that's not a Grammy category, because he would have swept.
I'm gonna make it a category. Best snack food. And Post Malone wins. The more More artists need to do this. They need to make more snacks. I love snacks.
Why don't more artists collaborate like this? Like, this is a great business move.
This
Yeah.
is so good. Post Malone has good taste. What do you rate it?
It was very good. I love the center. I'm a fan of Oreos anyway. I think the mixing of the flavors with the caramel was really good. I give this cookie 8 out of 10.
An 8?
Oh, what, you want 10 out of 10?
I gave it an 11. It's an 11 out of 10. This is crazy.
I like it. Caramel is not particularly like a flavor I love, but I do think the mixing here worked, so it maybe like a little bit more.
Yeah, that's good. I will say it's not just caramel, but it's salted caramel or caramel, however y'all say it.
That's how we say it in the old times.
It's great. I love the two flavors twisted together because we haven't seen that yet. It beats my first favorite Oreo flavor, which is birthday cake, because birthday cake is my favorite artificial flavor. But these are great.
No, they're very good.
They're hard to find. When I found them, there was a display full of them, and it was late at night at the grocery store, so I grabbed like 4 packages.
Groceries.
And I went back the next week and they were gone. Somebody snatched them. Wasn't me. Definitely not me that snatched them.
Not me. I ain't do it. Yeah, these are some good cookies. Congratulations to Post Malone on this deal. We gonna be rooting for you in the future for those Grammys, but right now we're just happy we made a good cookie.
I know he'll win something eventually, but in the meantime, I hope he keeps making snack foods.
It took a long time for a lot of good artists to win Grammys. Like I think off the top of my head, like Nas, the rapper Nas, he's been around since like late '80s, early '90s. He didn't win a Grammy until 2020 or so for an album like that. That's crazy to me because he's dropped such great music. But in the end, I'm just glad he finally got recognized for something, and I'll be happy when Post Malone eventually gets recognized for something.
I'm gonna be rooting for him. Post Malone got me through some stuff, so Post Malone's got to win a Grammy just for that. If I could give him a Grammy myself, I would.
We the Post Malone podcast, low key.
Wish I could go on his tour, see him on his tour. I don't want to tour with him, but I don't have much talent.
You can work the backstage and everything.
Yeah, I can set up something.
Yeah.
Call me up, Post. Hit me up.
Doing all this hype for you, so you definitely better give us something.
Come on, Post. All right. Speaking of football.
Who was speaking of football? Did this commercial air? He had a commercial air. I don't know if it was.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did it air?
Yeah, he had a Super Bowl commercial for Bud Light.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
There's just a bunch of honkies on the cul-de-sac having a grill.
It was a funny little commercial.
It was so fun. He's just hanging out. I loved that for him. He did the but he did the pre-show, and I couldn't find the full version anywhere. So and I couldn't find where to stream it, or I didn't have the streaming service or something. So I only saw snippets of it, but it looked so fun. But the problem is with like those Super Bowl pre-show things, you get such a mix of people. Like you get people who don't really know what's going on or don't know the artist very well, and then you get some diehard fans in there. So it's just a really odd mix, and the energy is just weird, which is a little disappointing because anybody going to a Post Malone show, you need to be hyped up. You need to know where you are because what the heck. And I remember seeing a snippet where right before he went into I Had Some Help, he goes, I wrote this song about the Chiefs. About the Chiefs and the refs. He was laughing. He was making jokes like that the whole night though.
Yeah.
And he's a Cowboys fan, so he wasn't rooting for the other team or anything.
See, that's the funny thing. Like he was making jokes like that, but like we all know you're a Cowboys fan, dude. Cowboys.
Listen,
I'm a Cowboys fan. So like I'm with them.
All right. I will say was born in Southeast Pennsylvania, so I go Birds. I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh, then you had a great old time, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you know people in Philly go crazy every year. It doesn't matter if the Eagles win or lose. Like this city is gonna be on fire. Like it's crazy. I need some water.
Time out.
Yeah. Post Malone's Oreos got me.
Need some milk with these Oreos.
Sometimes. So yeah, go Birds. The Birds won. That was great.
Yeah,
that was so great to watch them just like murder the Chiefs. So
it was
sad
kind
for
of
Travis though.
It was kind of a blowout.
Yeah, Travis' outfit was way too good for them to lose, though. What was he wearing? I need to know. All the outfits at Super Bowl this year were crazy. We'll get into it.
I mean, the Chiefs, they've just been dominating for the past few years. Like, and to see them go again, you just kind of expected it to go that way, but it didn't. It just didn't come
Yeah.
together from that night.
And it kept cutting to like Travis sitting on the bench, like pouting and being so disappointed. And I just felt so bad for him.
I mean, people give him a hard time because of his girlfriend and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's just honestly, just it doesn't matter. Like she's his girlfriend. She shows up to the shows. Taylor supports him. Like, I don't.
She's no
To the
different than
games.
anybody else.
Yeah. She shows up to the games. He shows up to her shows. Like,
yeah, they're normal. They're just trying to be a normal couple.
Yeah, like y'all can chill. Like y'all can enjoy your game, even if she's there. Like, relax. But we're not really talking about the game.
It's time to play the game.
We're talking about the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar's halftime show.
It was crazy.
It was.
Where do we even start?
I mean, I think the big thing to start with would be Samuel, aka Uncle Sam Jackson.
Sammy. Oh my god, that was because we heard rumors. I remember hearing rumors like, oh, there's all these like I've heard rumors that like all these like celebrities might show up. So this is confirmed, but there could be Lil Wayne showing up. There could be Tyler the Creator showing up. I heard that rumor. A few other people. Never expected Samuel Jackson.
They were definitely teasing like a big surprise, like cameo to show up. But like, yeah, you would have expected it to be like another big rapper. Like everyone wanted Lil Wayne to do it because of the setting.
Mm-hmm.
So like you thought, oh, maybe he'll bring out Wayne for a song, or like like Tyler or somebody to like rap with him. But like no, it was Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam,
which is so cool.
It was very cool. It was surprising. It definitely worked with the overall story that he was telling, because you don't really get a Kendrick Lamar performance without a story.
Oh yeah,
and that's not a diss at all. Like, I'm more than happy to have it. But like, yeah, like he gave you a show, he gave you a story, and like it's Uncle Sam, yeah,
and a poet,
which is what we love to see.
Yeah, I love the way it opened too. It just opened with him like in front of the car, or he was sitting on the car. He was sitting on the hood of the car.
Yep.
It was just a spotlight on him on the car, and then my first line. I wrote down some notes. I have some live reactions I wrote down, and my first note is, "Where'd all these people come from?"
They were just jumping out of that car.
No, there's like 30 people in that car. How did they do that? How did they do that? And also, I'm going to back it up for a minute. Before the performance even started, when they were just kind of like recapping the second quarter of the game and stuff,
yeah,
and you could see behind all the people talking, did you see how many crew members were on that field putting stuff together? There was like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
That was crazy to me. I was so excited because like the people kept talking, and I was like, okay, can you like move out of the way? Like, I want to see these people put this like, what are they putting together? Like, I want to see it for such a big moment for a halftime show.
Yeah, no, it was nuts.
It was crazy.
Like, yeah, no, he definitely used the field to his advantage. Definitely 100%. Stretched it out. He didn't spare the expense.
Oh no,
of the set. Like he used that set.
It was very cool, and it had the X, the square, the O, and the circle, or the triangle for like on a game controller on the gamepad, because I feel like one of the hidden themes of it was like it's all a game. You got to play the game.
That was definitely like a hidden theme of it.
Yeah.
Like just highlighting, yeah, like we're kind of like living in this big game, so like you can even play along, or you can step out, stand out.
Yeah, and risk it. You can risk standing out.
Yeah.
It's high risk, high reward when you play the game. And as he said, he picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
That was a crazy line.
That was funny. Well, it wasn't funny, but it was just like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. But then after that, it went into Squabble Up.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying, he was probably going to start with Squabble Up because like it was the big song.
Oh, yeah.
I love this song. Like it was definitely cool to see.
It was so cool.
I was getting hyped when it went into the
yeah,
Carl did it.
All the different costumes, like everybody was dressed like white, blue, and red, but then everybody had little like tweaks to their costumes to make it look different, which was very cool. They seem so in sync, and they do those little moments where they bend down and they look like the American flag. They stand back up and they're people again,
representing like we're the people who are living in America right now. Yeah.
The one part where they all kind of like they lean forward and then it's just Kendrick standing in the middle with the spotlight. That was
Hmm.
such a good moment. That was really cool. So I'm pretty sure after Squabble Up, he went right into Humble,
Yeah, this was
right?
the section with Damn because he went into Humble. He did DNA right after.
I'm
Yeah, see,
mixing up.
like outside of I was we were saying this a little bit earlier, but like outside of a couple of tracks, most of this stayed in like the GNX era,
Yeah,
which I get totally. Like it's the big album right now, and it just painted again the story that he wanted to tell. So yeah, why not?
exactly. Yeah.
This wasn't really about like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do all my hits. This was again
He's
like
like, I'm gonna take this opportunity and I'm gonna tell a story.
I'm gonna speak on what's going on right now.
Yeah. I mean, smooth transitions regardless.
Absolutely.
It was crazy. Then my next note is what's the guy doing up on the street light? Because if you look, there were people just laying on top of the street lights. Did their backs hurt? How'd they get up there?
It was just chilling. It was just like it was like the chill section, like we're just chilling by the street lights, before they come on for everybody. That was like a thing back in the day, like
Mm-hmm.
you could stay out until like the street lights come on. Then you better get yourself on home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get home for dinner.
Yeah,
You're gonna be in trouble. I liked how simple and intimate that scene was. That was really nice.
it was really nice. It just matched the vibe of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just gonna speak on this. So, like this is one of
Yeah.
like the more serious songs from the album. This is Man at the Garden.
Yeah.
Like just take a moment to like really sit down and talk to y'all.
Mm-hmm. And then Samuel Jackson comes back out.
Yeah, because like it was displaying like when you did like stuff like Squabble Up and Humble, he was saying like no, 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 like that's
Yeah.
not what the people want to see. You got to be more chill. You got to be more low key,
Yeah.
more of a vibe with it. And like that's what he was saying. Like okay, yeah, this works. Like you got to keep it here. This is what everyone wants to see. And then like yeah, no, like it turned like right back up after that with Peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
It was funny, like we were like looking around, like where is he? Where is he? Like you
Yeah,
see how
and he
like
just popped up.
he's just like Peekaboo.
It was so funny. I loved that scene because they were inside the X and they were just like the way the camera was turning, and you're like, oh, where'd he go? What's gonna happen next? And he's like dancing in one spot and then turns again and he's gone, and you're like, oh, where'd he go? And all the dancers were dressed in white, so I kind of thought they were supposed to be ghosts, which was cool to me
Yeah,
because
no,
I really like ghosts.
it was definitely well displayed.
And also, it was after Samuel Jackson said, "Scorekeeper, deduct one life." So then all the dancers were in white. So I assumed that was supposed to represent ghosts.
Yeah,
I thought that was a cool touch. And
like if you don't play the game, like this is what happens to you.
yeah,
Like what is what they're kind of saying.
yeah. Then he teases Not Like Us. And he goes, I want to play their favorite song.
But they like to sue.
I love the girls in the background. They're like, oh no.
I mean, there was a lot of speculation as to like, is he
Yeah,
gonna
is
do
he going
it?
to do it?
Is he not gonna do it?
Because of the lawsuits.
Yeah,
Is he going to do it? Is he not going to do it? So then he teases it and he kind of leaves you hanging for a minute. And he goes into some other stuff and he brings SZA out.
yeah. This was the SZA section.
I was so excited.
We went into Luther, which is one of the best songs from GNX.
Mm-hmm.
So smooth.
SZA was great. She was dressed like all in red. Even her hair was red, and her outfit, her singing, her dancing. She was just giving 110% the whole time. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, she definitely took advantage of the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went into All the Stars, which is another big collaboration with them.
So good. And everyone marching and just that transition into it was so cool to me.
It was really cool.
I love when people march and stuff like this because they're so in sync. It's so mesmerizing to watch them when they're marching or doing anything in sync at all.
I was wondering how much SZA he was going to have in this performance, but I think she was used like an appropriate amount.
Oh yeah.
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 Like it was still like his headlining show, but like I think he brought her in for just about enough. Like I was satisfied with her showtime.
Yeah, she was brought in the perfect time because he teases Not Like Us, he goes into his other hits and he brings SZA out, and then he builds up to the big moment.
He thought he wasn't gonna do it. He was slipping. He
Somebody
was
got to do it.
Then yeah, of course, yeah, he went into Not Like Us. Of course, there was like this big moment. Everyone was going crazy in the field and the stadium. I do want to just say, with all the running around that he was doing, all the moving, like you think that's an easy thing to do for a rapper, but it's easy to get winded like that. He was not winded at all. No. Like he was sweaty, you could tell.
Oh yeah.
Like all the moving and like with the costume and everything, but like he was definitely keeping it up, which was really cool to see. Yeah, they
stamina.
He got stamina.
I heard that somebody calculated how much he walked around the field, and it was more than what the Chiefs walked on the field.
Wow, that's crazy.
I don't know if that's true, but it's just a funny fact if it is.
That sounds like more of a dig at the Chiefs.
I loved right before they go into Not Like Us. He's his little steps when he's stepping, and those jeans,
The outfit was fire.
the jeans were a paid actor.
Apparently, they're Timothy Chalamet's jeans.
Yeah, I tried to look this up. I googled it because I was like, okay, I need a pair of these jeans. Where do I find them? What's the story on these jeans? Um, I don't remember the brand name of the jeans. It doesn't matter because they're like $1,300, right?
Yeah, I'm not paying
And
for those.
they're a woman's size 29 waist, which I don't know how true that is because if you wear women's clothing, you know that any brand could have any size stuck on the tag, but if you go to a different store and buy the same size, it fits differently. It's not the same size really. So apparently he's wearing size 29 women's jeans, which is a little crazy to me because uh, that's a small waist. I mean, I know he's a short king, so like makes sense. But like those bootcut Hannah Montana jeans were so stunning.
They were fire.
I loved them.
I would love a cheaper off-brand version.
Yeah, and the jacket and everything. And the chain.
I love the
Can we
jacket.
talk about the chain?
Chain was fire.
So I heard there was rumors that either represented the lyric A minor or it was supposed to be in reference to his label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I guess it could be either, but I don't know what's confirmed. So if somebody knows, please tell me.
I do want to say, it's crazy. Like the song is such a phenomenon at this point. Like when you get to the A minor part, like literally everybody, both at the Super Bowl and the Grammys, like literally when you get to that part, everyone is saying it. And
Everybody said it.
everybody at the Grammys,
so
everybody in the
loud.
stadium, like it was being shouted. Like that's
Like millions of people just shouting A minor is crazy.
it's crazy.
Even at the Grammys was crazy to hear that.
It was especially crazy, I thought, at the Grammys, like people just yelling that out, like
Yeah, because he can't. He can't call Drake a pedophile because then he gets sued because then that's defamation. So he skipped saying that. So then everybody backed him up, and they sang the A minor part.
Yeah, they're like we ain't getting sued.
That's crazy. Hey Drake.
Oh yeah, that created like the big meme that was created of the "Hey Drake" part.
That was so iconic.
Him looking right at the camera, just
he
like
smiled.
I hope you watch it, Drake.
That man smiled and said, "Hey Drake."
Was definitely capped off the beef. Like
this is it.
This was it.
I think that was one of the themes of Drake's. Oh my gosh, that was one of the themes of Kendrick's performance too. Was like this is like I'm putting the cap on this. Like we're
done with this. Yeah,
because you cannot top this.
No,
there is no topping this. No matter what either of them thinks.
I was telling our friend Patrick like the same thing. Like there's nothing else Drake can do. There's nothing really that can be done. I mean, like we can play out this lawsuit, but like it's just time for everybody, I think, to move on from this at this point.
Yeah, it was a 2024 thing. It's done now. We're on to better things.
Yeah.
Kendrick obviously won.
He won, so like there's nothing around it.
Yeah.
But
this has nothing to do with the beef, but I cannot stop thinking about it because today a video surfaced of Drake in he's like in like a condo or something in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying this is acceptable or okay to happen to anybody, but a drone like flew down and caught him on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And he flipped out and he grabbed a sandal and he went to try to throw it at the drone, but he obviously missed so badly. Like he threw it almost in the opposite direction, and I can't stop thinking about it because it's him throwing the sandal was so funny to me. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Because if that happened to me, I'd be terrified. I'd probably do something similar or more stupid. But it was so funny. It was in the... Anyway. Alright. So he says, "Hey Drake," and he's walking around in his little circle.
Yep.
The crowd just chants A minor.
And you see Serena Williams.
She came out for this. She's doing the Crip Walk.
She's doing the Crip Walk. And if you don't know, Serena is an ex-girlfriend of Drake's.
Yeah.
So
didn't he like stalk her for a little bit?
Yeah.
So that was a whole thing. And I think I remember hearing like she tried to do the Crip Walk at one of her games, and it kind of got shut down. So she was like, "Okay, I'll do it here."
She was saying, like this really wasn't like a moment to be petty. This was just like, I just want to be out here. I want to do this, and I was denied.
I want to do my dance.
Yeah.
And she danced.
And she did it.
She danced the night away.
Dance the night away. But
That
then
was
I actually almost thought this was gonna be like the end because like I thought for sure he was gonna do Not Like Us. He was gonna cap it off Not Like Us.
oh
And
yeah,
like yeah,
that would have
no,
been crazy. No, we got another special guest coming in here.
you couldn't get through a Super Bowl Kendrick Lamar halftime performance without
Mustard.
Mustard. Yeah, no, you hear yell at Mustard and Mustard's just like skip it out with a football.
He just skipped out.
He's just like, yeah, I'm here.
I loved it. I think he was my favorite cameo, if you could even call it a cameo, just because I loved his energy so much.
Yeah, no, he was vibing. Like he was like, I don't really have anything to do. I'm not singing like SZA.
I just made the song, y'all.
I just made this beat. Like I'm not dancing like Serena. I'm not telling the story like Sam. I'm just walking around. I'm just doing my thing.
He's walking around with the football. He's showing off his chain.
I'm doing my glory victory chant.
That was his victory walk.
Like must have been making music for a while, but like I don't think he's ever been as big as when he made Not Like Us.
Yeah.
And like he made TV Off as well. Like with two
Yep.
like just huge songs for Kendrick.
I thought it was really cool to bring the producer on stage with you too, to give them a moment.
I really do like that Mustard's getting just as much shine from this as Kendrick.
Wait, yeah, I think that was the whole point of him screaming mustard in this song because like it was so cool that the producer got the equal amount of hype. That was very cool.
Yeah, shout out to Mustard.
Gotta share the wealth.
You know, like he stayed out there too. Like there was a moment like Kendrick's just like rapping at the camera, and then like you just see Mustard again. Like, are you still here, Mustard?
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, Mustard?
He's just showing off his chain. He's like, all right, I'm gonna leave now.
He's like, y'all see my football?
I had to do a fit check.
Y'all see my football?
I loved that it ended with TV off.
Yeah, no, I thought it was the perfect way to end it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you see him walk away and turn like the TV off. Like it was the perfect way to end it.
That was crazy, yeah.
Like I thought it would have been perfect with Not Like Us, but like no, I was wrong. It was a much better ending with TV off.
Especially with the story he was trying to tell. The ending with TV off was perfect, and then it shows the gamepad, the X and the O and the square and everything, and then in the crowd it says "Game Over." That's crazy. A lot of people thought it was Game Over because of the beef, because Game Over like to Drake.
I do think it's a part of it. Like this definitely was just like a big another way of just saying, you know, like I'm officially done with this. Like it stopped a while ago, but like people are still talking about it whenever Not Like Us comes up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm done with it. We did the song. I'm moving on from this. I'm going on the tour with SZA. Like I got a whole album out right now that doesn't even talk about Drake whatsoever. Like let's just push past this and let me be my own place.
Yeah.
Be my own place.
Yeah, we're on to better things now.
Yeah.
But what a year to be a hater.
What a year. This was crazy. You don't see beefs like this anymore.
Oh my gosh, whenever a major event like this happens, the first thing I do is I go on Twitter or X or whatever now, because I know the memes that are in the posts that come out of this are going to be hilarious. I was on Twitter for probably like 2 hours just like crying of laughter because everybody's recreating the Hey Drake moment and like just making all these comments, and it's so funny.
It's crazy.
It was crazy. Somebody said Kendrick Lamar proves that everybody in life has an arch nemesis. But it was just crazy. The whole performance, like, he was the first rapper to headline the Super Bowl performance, and I like couldn't think of a better rapper to take that spot than Kendrick, especially right now. And as someone who's always really excited to see the tech side of stuff, it was a very minimal show for using tech. Like there were those little moments, like there was a little pop of fireworks in the middle of the show.
Mm-hmm.
There were some spotlights here and there. There were some strobe lights for a minute, but it was very minimal. But I kind of liked that because it focused more on the dancers and the performers and the story he was telling through the dancing and through his music.
Right.
So I kind of liked that.
I mean, I think that's the case with a lot of his performances. Just he was given a bigger, grander scale to tell the story. And, you know, with everything that's going on in the country right now, you know, I think that was just something that was very needed to be said. Especially, you know, also given, you know, it's Black History Month that this is all happening in.
Yeah.
It was very important to touch on. So I'm glad I'm glad he didn't shy away from that.
Oh, yeah. It was so cool to witness that live, and it was so brave to see. It's just so cool to witness this happening live and to be seeing it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't too much, and at the same time it was subtle enough to be like, oh, like if you know, like you kind of get what he's trying to talk about with his storytelling through the music and the dancing, and Samuel Jackson, his commentary throughout the performance,
Yeah,
and being Uncle Sam, quote unquote, was crazy.
I think the reactions to it just basically show why it was needed.
Yeah.
You know, like there were a lot of like,
Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
yeah, like there was some criticism that like oh I don't understand why they had a rapper doing this. Like I can't understand this music.
Oh my
This music is
gosh.
not good. It's they should have chosen like a different style and everything. Like
It
it's
makes me so mad because there are people out there who will watch this performance and be like, I can't understand a word he says. And then they sit down and they listen to Korn. They listen to Pearl Jam. They listen to Gojira. And they're like, I don't understand this rap stuff. Are you kidding me? Where have you been? What are you listening to?
this kind of stuff can exist in all genres. Like don't get
Yeah,
mad just because it's coming from a rapper.
people just want to hate because it's different from what they listen to and what in the past has been mainstream and more popular. And things are changing and they just don't want to see that.
It's growing, it's changing, it's evolving, and like this is kind of stuff that you need to see sometimes. Like
Yeah,
sometimes you want to shy away from stuff like that because it makes you feel uncomfortable. But maybe sometimes you got to feel a bit uncomfortable to see how other people are feeling uncomfortable.
100%. You have to, if you don't see, for a lot of people, it's if you, seeing is believing. So if you don't see something, or if you have the option to ignore something on social media, on the news, on the street, then you're not going to acknowledge it. So when it's in your face and in front of millions of watchers and
Hmm.
people in the stadiums, you got to witness it and you have to at least take in some parts of this because this is important. This is what's happening right now.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I can't agree more.
Yeah.
But for us, I think we both can agree this was a really great performance.
This was my second favorite Super Bowl performance.
What was your first?
My first was Rihanna. That was my favorite, and it probably always will be. She's always been one of my favorite artists since I was a kid, and to see her perform the Super Bowl was so cool.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It was a really great performance.
Yeah.
I really liked Usher last year as well.
Usher was crazy.
Yeah, like he went all out with that. See,
He
that
really
was like a
did.
big like tech setting type show.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah,
And that was like he gave 110% throughout the whole thing. It was just like nonstop. It was so cool.
it's like I was saying, he was having a legacy moment, so like it was cool,
Yeah.
cool to see. But I think, yeah, with that,
What was your favorite Super Bowl performance? And what's your favorite Oreo flavor?
I don't know if I got a favorite Oreo flavor to be honest. I don't eat
Okay.
Oreos too much.
I don't either. I just saw Post Malone and I was
Yeah,
like, okay.
I do love the double stuffed.
Mm.
The double stuffed are good.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, I might be a little biased because I'm just a huge fan of his, but like I love Bruno Mars. I think it was really cool to see because he
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
He headlined like a long time ago. He headlined
Yeah.
like really early in his career.
Oh,
Like
yeah, he did.
he only
That
had
was
two
a
albums
while
out.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know some people even complained about that. Like he needs
Yeah.
like so much more before he does it. But like I feel like he's a great entertainer above all.
Oh, yeah. He blew up kind of early and had that happen really early.
Yeah,
So
so
it kind
like
of
I mean, why
doesn't hurt.
not?
Yeah, why not?
It was a great show. He's a great live performer. He's a great entertainer, and I thought it was a great show. So like that's a
Mm-hmm.
show that always is special to me. So that's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love this one too. Like this one's gonna be up there for me for a while.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if this one's one of my favorites, but Katy Perry's performance was pretty cool. And I liked the parts. Remember the parts of her outfit that were like color changing?
Yeah,
That was really cool. That was like a core memory moment for me. And the giant horse and like, oh my gosh, all of that was crazy too.
yeah,
Um, there have been some. I really like when they bring out live bands or marching bands too.
that's really cool.
I really like that. Whoever performs next year, take some notes.
Drake.
Whoever performs next year.
No, I did see like an article earlier saying like, oh, this is why Drake should do the 2026 Super Bowl. I'm like,
Come on, it's over. That was so last year.
yeah.
That was so 2024. Whoever does it next year, though, whoever performs next year has really big shoes to fill.
I saw some rumors saying like it might be Miley Cyrus as well.
That would be cool. I think, wait, no, I actually think, I don't know if this is confirmed, but I think she's banned from doing the Super Bowl performance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was reading a few artists that are like banned from doing it, and Miley Cyrus was on that list because she has that kind of not safe for work, risque vibe to her performances, and they don't know if she's trustworthy enough to do a performance like that.
I mean, I
I
get it.
because I know it's because people are just all they can think about is like her wrecking ball performance and that huge twist from being a Disney kid to doing what she wanted and being out there and being just really abrasive.
There's also that VMA performance she did a long time ago with
Yep.
Robin
Yeah.
Thicke,
Yep.
which a lot of people said kind of like wrecked his marriage. 'Cause he allowed that to happen, which was crazy.
He did. I mean, he did. That was a choice. He did that. So I think people are saying that they don't really think Miley Cyrus will ever perform, but I think it would be really cool if she did. I think she would do a great job.
I think she'd do a great job too.
I think Post Malone should do it.
I think that'd be a good show too.
Unironically. Yeah. Unironically, I think he would do a great job. I think he would make it very intimate and very like down to earth and just very like I could see him with just an acoustic guitar.
Well, I think it's what another cool thing is like he's done so many genres already, and
Yeah.
like there's even more to come. Like he's already said, like I know he wants to do like a rock album, but I think it'd really be like a cool thing to like jump from like genres. Like you have like the country section here,
Mhm.
you can have your rock section here, you can have like the rap trap section like right there. Like I think that'd be really
Yeah.
cool, a really cool fun show to structure.
That would be really cool. But how do you condense that into like 15 minutes is my question.
I mean, we've seen artists do it. Like Rihanna has hits on hits on hits, but she condensed
That's
it.
she did a really good job at condensing it too. I was really pleased with the songs that she performed.
Yeah.
That was great. And I really want to watch it again. I watched it so many times. It's like my comfort performance. Tell us what yours is. Tell us your favorite Super Bowl performance. Tell us who you're really happy for in the Grammys. Tell us your favorite Oreo flavor.
Yeah, like we do this for y'all, so we want to hear like y'all opinions as well. Like, please,
Yeah.
by all means, let us know what you thought of like the shows. And yeah, let us know your Oreo flavor, your favorite. Like, we definitely got more coming up on the horizon for you guys.
Oh yeah.
We still got that weekend album to
Oh my
review.
gosh, I'm so excited to do that because I cannot stop listening to it. When I sit down and I'm like, okay, what am I going to listen to? And then I just like subconsciously pick Hurry Up Tomorrow.
It's a great project. It's like
So
the
good.
first like really big great project I think of the year so far.
Yeah, despite new albums and new music being a little lax so far this year, it's only mid-February, but this has been such a crazy year for music already.
There's
Like
been a lot of crazy stuff. Definitely more on the horizon to come. Thank you for sticking with us. This was a pretty long episode. We had a
so
lot.
far, this is our longest like unedited episode. We're hitting like almost like an hour and 40 minutes here.
It was a lot to pack in. We did the Grammys, we
Mm-hmm.
did the Oreos, and we did the Super Bowl halftime show. It's a lot.
We gotta make up when we got some technical difficulties. We can't record when we want to.
Yeah, we apologize. We try to get this stuff to you as soon as possible, but sometimes life unfortunately just gets in the way.
Yeah, it's been a week.
But thank you for rocking with us, sticking with us.
Yeah, we're
We
gonna be back soon.
we back real soon. We got more coming up. Thank y'all so much.
And this has been
The Duck Squad Podcast.